This
I'm audible,
conference will
guys.
now be recorded.
Are able to see my screen and are able to hear my voice? Please give me confirmation message in chat box. Everyone, you have the chat option, so please respond for everyone once. Fine. And last class we discussed about SDLC. Everyone, SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. Once again, software testing two ways. What are the two ways? Manual testing and automation testing. And as well as yesterday we discussed about SDLC. SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. First of all, software bidding. Our company CEO go to client side, confirm the project, kick-off meeting. This meeting will be conducting by the CEO to select the project manager. Project initiation note or information note which is prepared by the project manager. Next, requirement gathering. Business analyst and system analyst will prepare two types of requirement gathering such as two types of requirement documents such as BRS and SRS. And after analyzing requirements, nothing but understanding requirement. After plan will be prepared by project manager. Plan will be prepared by project manager. Design done by architect team and also called as technical team. Coding done by programmer. Coding done by what? Programmer. And after that, testing. You know very well, yesterday we discussed about that. Programmer also perform testing, nothing but call as the white box. Testing engineer perform testing, nothing but call as black box. Everyone, programmer perform testing, nothing but call as white box. Testing engineer perform testing, nothing but call as black box testing. Testing engineer job will be comes into black box testing. After that, application release to customer. After release to customer, if customer facing any issues, then provide support and as well as maintenance. Then provide what to what? Support and maintenance. And from the SDLC main activities I'm writing here. I mean the main activities I'm writing here, such as requirement gathering and the requirements prepared as a BRS and SRS, plan, design, coding, testing, release, and maintenance. Once again, everyone, what are the SDLC activities? First of all, requirement gathering and the requirements prepared as a BRS and SRS. Plan will be prepared by the project manager, design done by architect team, coding done by the programmer, testing done by testing engineer, and finally application release and maintenance. What is software testing? What is software testing means nothing but the process of verification and validation. Once again, everyone, software testing means nothing but what to what? It's a process of verification and validation. From requirement gathering to coding. From requirement gathering to what? Coding. Who are developing the application? Same person review, nothing but call as verification. Once again, from requirement gathering to coding, who are developing the application, same person review is called verification. And after testing engineer, testing an application, nothing but call as validation. Everyone, software testing means process of verification and validation. Who are collecting requirements? First of all, business analyst. Who will prepare the plan? Project manager. Who will design? Who will design? Architect. Who will design that? Architect. Understand my point? So here what happened? Like from uh, requirement gathering to coding, who are developing the application, same person review. Business analyst collecting requirements na, same business analyst review on BRS and SRS. Plan prepared by project manager na, same project manager review on the plan. Design done by architect, same architect review on the design. Coding done by programmer, same programmer review on the coding. Like that, from requirement gathering to coding, who are developing the application, same person review, nothing but call as verification. And after testing engineer testing an application, call validation is called what? Validation. One small example I'll tell you. One student, they're writing exam in examination hall. After completion of exam answer paper, before giving to invigilator, same student review, nothing but call as verification. Got it my point? From requirement gathering to coding, same. Understand my point? One student, they're writing exam in examination hall. After completion of exam answer paper, before giving to same invigilator, same student review, nothing but call as verification. And after invigilator checking answer is called validation. Same like that, requirement gathering by the business analyst, same business analyst review whether requirements are correct or not. Plan prepared by project manager, same project manager review whether plan is correct or not. Design done by architect, same architect review whether designing is correct or not. Coding done by the programmer, same programmer review whether coding is correct or not. Like that, from requirement gathering to coding, who are developing the application, same person review, call verification. And verification also called as static testing. Verification also called as what? Static testing. Next, validation. Everyone, what is validation? It's a process of validating the developed application. Yes, after completion of code, testing engineer testing an application, nothing but call as validation, and also called as dynamic testing. Validation also called as what? Dynamic testing. What is software testing? It's a process of verifying. Everyone, it's a process of verifying, verification and validation. What is mean by the verification? Who are developing the application, same person review, nothing but call as verification. And what is validation? It's a process of validating that developed application is right or not is called validation. You know one thing, verification also called as static testing. Validation also called as dynamic testing. Why? Because verification reviews on documentations. BRSSRS is a requirement document, plan is a document, design is a document, all are documents. So verification conducting review on documentation, that's what it is called static testing. That's what it is called what? Static testing. Yes, that's what it is called static testing. Next, validation. It's a process of validating the developed product is right or not is called validation. Got it my point? And why it is called dynamic testing? Why validation is called dynamic testing? Because while performing testing, if any defect is there, as a testing engineer, we have to report to developer. Understand my point? As a testing engineer, defect we have to report to developer. Developer fix the problem. Again, testing engineer will test. If any defect is there, developer will fix the problem. The same life cycle will be implemented. Definitely, whenever defects are there, some changes will happen. Whenever defects are there, definitely some changes will happen. That's what validation also called as dynamic testing. Everyone, once again, what is software testing? It's a process of verification and validation. It's a process of what to what? Verification and validation. And now, everyone, one answer I need from you. What is our job? What is our job? What is our job? Our job is called validation and also called as dynamic testing. Everyone, our job is called what? Validation and also called as what? Dynamic testing. Yes, but subject wise in our class, both we can learn. What are the both? Verification we can learn and as well as validation we can learn. Yes, so both such as verification we can learn and as well as validation we can learn. I hope you understood guys up to here. Next concept, software development models. Software development models, any company, any project, activities are same, never change. Requirement gathering, plan, design, coding, testing. But everyone, but based on the client requirement, based on the project requirement, software development models are classified into sequential models and as well as incremental or iterative models. Once again, software development models are classified into two types of models such as sequential models and as well as incremental model. What is mean by the sequential model? What is mean by the incremental model? First of all, whenever small size project, small size requirement, then to implement step by step, we can go to sequential model. Whenever small size project, small size requirement, then to implement step by step, then we can go to sequential. Whenever big size project, big size requirement, then to implement part by part, we can go to incremental models. What are the sequential models are there in the market? Such as waterfall model and as well as V model. Oh, sorry. This is here. Waterfall model and yes, V models are examples for sequential. What are the incremental models are there? Such as RAD model, everyone, prototype model, spiral model, and agile agile models are best examples for incremental. Once again, software development models are classified into two types of models such as sequential model and as well as incremental model. Whenever small size project, small size requirement, then we can go to sequential. What does it mean by the sequential? Step by step. Whenever big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model and also called as iterative models. First of all, I have one question. Just now you told you that, you just now explained that any company same activities, right? Such as requirement gathering, BRS and SRS, plan, design, coding, testing, like that. But my question is, then my doubt is, again, why different models based on the client requirement, based on the project requirement? Software development models are classified into two types of models such as sequential models and incremental model. What are the sequential models are there? Such as waterfall model and as well as V model. Whenever small size project, small size requirement, then we can go to waterfall model. Yes, I mean sequential model. Big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental. But we are testing engineers. Development is not our job. Development model is not our job. But depending on development model, our testing activities will be there. That's what. Just we should have knowledge about development models. Once again, everyone, software development models classified into sequential models and as well as incremental model. Once again, I'm repeating, development models not our job, but depending on the model, our testing activities will be there. One small example I'll tell you. Small example I'll tell you. I'll give you mobile phone, and I'll give you TV remote. Will you perform same type of testing on the two products? No. TV remote, what you will test? Signal you will test, switch on, switch off, brightness, volume, something, right? Mobile phone, touch screen working or not, speaker working or not, and charging pin working or not, and power off button working or not. This kind of functionalities you can test. Understand my point? Depending on the product, our testing will be there. That's what every testing engineer, before work on the project, we should have knowledge about development models. Once again, software development models are classified into two types of models, such as sequential and incremental. Just understand. I'll explain now the model. Just understand. Okay. First of all, waterfall model. Everyone, first of all, what? Waterfall model. I'll show you some diagrams. See this. Waterfall model. Just understand the models, don't by heart, okay? Just understand the models. Okay. See, what is waterfall model? Point by point, I'll explain. Just look at my screen. Point number one, it is a sequential model. Yes, it is what? Sequential model. Point number two, if you observe, waterfall model steps same as SDLC. SDLC, what are the steps? Requirement gathering, plan, design, coding, testing, release, and maintenance. Release and what? Maintenance. Am I right? Yes, release and maintenance. Waterfall model also same as SDLC if you observe. Waterfall model also same as SDLC if you observe. Once again, point by point. First of all, it's a sequential model. Point number two, waterfall model same as SDLC steps. Waterfall model same as SDLC steps. Point number three, whenever small size project, small size requirement, in this model, all implementation activities will be carried out step by step. Everyone, whenever small size project, small size requirement, how? First of all, they will collect 100% requirement. Once 100% requirements are collected, they will go to BRS SRS. Once 100% it is done, then they will go to design. Once 100% designing is done, then they will go to coding. For example, 50% designing is done. Can I start the coding? No. 50% coding is done. Can I start the testing? No. Once it is done, 100%, then only we can implement. Got it my point? Then only we can implement. Once again, everyone, waterfall model, point number one, it is a, let me write for better understanding, waterfall model. Waterfall model. First point, it's a what? Sequential. It's a what? Sequential model. Second one, this process same as SDLC. These steps are process same as SDLC. Point number three, whenever, everyone, whenever small size of projects, yes, small size projects and requirements very clear. When our small size projects requirements are very clear, in this model, all activities will be carried out step by step. Everyone, all activities will be carried out what to what? Step by step. Once again, it's a sequential model, and this step same as SDLC. When our small size project, small size requirement, in this model, all implementation activities will be carried out step by step. Yes, all activities will be carried out what to what? Step by step. And normally, I told you software testing means nothing but what to what? Process of verification validation. But if you follow waterfall model, only validation required, verification not required. Yes, let me write. In this model, only which one required? Validation required. Which one not required? Which one not required? Verification not required. Why? Verification not required. Once again, only validation required and verification not required. Only validation required and verification not required. I hope you understood guys up to here. Everyone, I hope you understood guys up to here. Why only validation required? Because first of all, development time reviews are called verification. After development testing is called validation. Yes, after development time testing is called what? Validation. Very simple part. Try to understand. Small size project, that's what verification not required. Everyone, small size project, that's what verification not required. Only validation required. Only what required? Validation required. And why it is called waterfall model? The flow of activity look like a waterfall. The flow of activity look like a waterfall. So this model title as a yes. Let me write flow of activity step by step. Flow of activity step by step. So this model title as what? Waterfall model. Are you clear? The flow of activity look like a step by step. So this model title as a what kind of the model? Waterfall model. Once again, it is a sequential model, and waterfall model same as SDLC. When our small size project, small size requirement, all implementation activities will be carried out step by step, and only validation, verification not required. Everyone, why only validation? Can you answer that? Why only validation? Because of small size projects. And why it is called waterfall model? Flow of activity look like a waterfall. So this model title as a waterfall. I'll tell you advantages. Easy to design, easy to understand, step by step, right? Easy to design, easy to understand, step by step. But disadvantage, mainly disadvantage in this model, in middle of the project, go back, changing requirements are not possible. Understand? In middle of the project, go back. Everyone, in middle of the project, go back, changing requirements are not possible. Yes, once again, in middle of the project, go back and changing requirements are not possible. I hope you understood guys up to here. Once again, advantages easy to understand, easy to follow step by step. Disadvantages in middle of the project, go back and changing requirements are not possible. Once again, in middle of the project, go back and changing requirements are not possible. Next, I hope you're clear. Next model, V model. Once again, I'm repeating, just understand, because development is not our job. Just we should know about how the process in the models. Okay. Next model, V model. I'll write on the paint application clearly about the V model. Everyone, first of all, V model. Before explaining about the V model, one small question I'll ask you. I need reply from everyone. When to start testing engineer job? I mean, after coding or before coding? When to start testing engineer job? After coding or before coding? Very good. Yes. You give an answer as after coding. That's true. That's true. I'll accept. Now, everyone, that's true. I'll accept. Now, along with everyone, along with uh, I mean, after coding only testing will start. I'll accept. Now, one small example. I'll join one company. I join one company. They're dealing little bit big size project. There are developers. They're asking 6 months of time to complete development. Got it? My point. I join one company. Developer. They're asking 6 months of time to complete development. How long? 6 months time to complete development. So my question is, when to start testing? After 6 months or before 6 months? After 6 months. Good answer. Then in the 6 months, what is our job? If it is after 6 months, in the 6 months, what is our job? Confusion, right? I'll tell you best example. One apartment construction is going on. One apartment construction is going on. Just I am the carpenter. Observe. Just imagination. I am the carpenter. Today only they started construction of apartment 10 floors. When to start my carpenter work? Definitely after 80% of cement work only I can start the carpenter job, right? So to complete this apartment, I have the two ways. Way number one, wait up to 6 months or 8 months up to completion of 80% of project. Then understand how many windows in the apartment, how many doors required, how much wood required. I'll go to market, buy, make the designs, then fix. That is way number one. Way number two, today only they started construction. It will take 6 months of time. In the 6 months, I'll take building plan from the builder. I'll understand how many floors, how many doors, how many windows, how much wood required. I'll buy before only. I mean, develop. I mean, construction people, they're doing construction. Parallelly, I'll buy the wood. I'll make the designs. Once 80% is completed, I'll go there and I'll fix that. This is way two, where we can save time. Way one, way two. Yes, way two. Same testing engineer also. What they will do testing engineer? See, I'll explain. First of all, requirement gathering. This is regular. Once requirements are gathered, requirements prepared as a BRS and as well as SRS. Once again, requirement gathering and requirements prepared as a what? BRS and as well as SRS. BRS and as well as what? SRS. Once requirements are ready, you know what happened in the real time? Based on the requirement, parallelly, we can start testing. I mean, of course, based on requirements only, everyone, based on requirements only, developer developing the application, based on requirements only, testing engineer testing the application. Got it? Based on requirements only, developer developing the application, based on requirements only, testing engineer will test application. But I think you have one doubt, sir. Without development, how they will test? Testing engineer, they are not testing parallelly. Just to prepare testing related documentation such as test plan and test scenario and test cases. All are testing related documents. Just to prepare testing related documents. Once again, in V model, once requirements are ready, based on the requirement, one side developer development activities, one more side testing engineer testing activities. What are the development activities? Such as development plan and development design and coding. And programmer will perform the two types of testing under the white box, such as unit testing and as well as integration testing. Such as what to what? Unit testing and as well as what? Integration testing. And finally, last level is common user acceptance testing. And mainly what happened, once requirements are ready in this model, based on the requirement, one side developer developing the application based on the same requirement, one more side testing engineer will test the application. Got it my point? Developer developing the application, one more side testing engineer will test the application. And waterfall model, only validation, no verification, right? But here both implement parallelly. What are the parallelly? Such as verification and as well as validation. Understand? Everyone, both will implement parallelly, such as verification and as well as what? Validation. Normally, waterfall model, no verification because of small size project. But V model, both will implement. What are the both? Verification will implement and as well as validation will implement. Once again, everyone, V stands for verification and validation. Whenever small size project to complete as soon as possible in V model, V model as a testing engineer, no need to wait up to completion of development. Yes, if developer asking 3 months of time, if developer asking 6 months of time, whatever it may be, once requirements are ready, along with requirement, we can start testing parallelly. I think you have one doubt, sir. Without coding, how we can start testing? That's what. If coding needs 6 months of time, if coding need 3 months of time, in this 3 months or 6 months, just testing engineer prepare testing related documentations. What documentation? Such as test plan and test scenarios and as well as test case related documentations we have to prepare. Test scenarios and test cases like that. Testing related documentations we have to prepare. So parallelly we are not testing, just we are prepare testing related documentations to save the time. And in this model, verification and as well as validation both will be implemented. Of course, it is suitable for small size project. Everyone, one question: if you join any company, if you want to implement small size project, which one you will refer? I mean, waterfall model or V model? If you want to implement small size project, and if you want to implement small size project, then which one you will refer? Which one you will refer? Waterfall model, V model? You know, the worldwide 90% of companies they're following V model only. Why? Why not waterfall? I'll tell you. Waterfall model, as a testing engineer, we have to wait up to completion of coding. But V model, no need to wait. Before coding, we can start testing related documentations. Got it? I mean, if it is a waterfall, we have to wait up to completion of coding. But V model, before coding only, we can start implementations. And point number two, waterfall model, no verification, only validation. But V model parallelly will implement both. What are the both? Such as verification and validation. So we can ensure 100% customer satisfaction by performing V model. Once again, the main difference in between waterfall model, V model: waterfall model, we have to wait up to completion of coding, but V model, before coding only we can start testing activities. And waterfall model, no verification, only validation. But here both implement verification, validation, so we can ensure 100% customer satisfaction. We can ensure what? 100% customer satisfaction. I hope you understood. Yes, we can ensure 100% customer satisfaction. And advantages: we can save time and we can ensure we can save time and we can ensure 100% customer satisfaction. Disadvantages same. Waterfall model disadvantage, in middle of the project not possible to change requirement na. Same in this model also, in middle of the project if any changes are happen, along with requirement, development and testing documents should be updated. Because based on requirement, two teams implementing na. Based on requirements, two teams implementing na. Development, testing, everyone in this model parallelly implement. What are the parallelly both? I mean development and testing, I mean parallel verification validation, so we can ensure 100% customer satisfaction. We can ensure what? 100% customer satisfaction in V model. That's what most of the companies they're following. V model. Most of the companies they're following what? V model. Once again, V stands for verification validation. In V model, once requirements are ready, in V model, once requirements are ready, based on requirement, development testing activities parallelly. Testing engineer parallelly they will prepare testing related documentation such as test plan, test scenarios, and as well as test cases. Test plan, test scenarios, and as well as what? Test cases. Next, everyone, I hope you understood. Next. Yes, I mean sequential models are completed such as waterfall model and V model. Of course, the both are comes into small size project. Both are comes into what? Small size project. Have any doubts in that? Have any doubts about these two models? No, V model is not suitable for big size. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll clarify that before go to next. I told you, notes is the paid one. Notes is a paid one. Notes, if you want, just you can contact the management. They will share the link. Very good. Fine. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Now we can continue next model as incremental model. Drawback of V model same. I told you now, in middle of the project, if any changes happen, along with requirement, development and testing requirements has to be updated. That is the main thing here. Now let's discuss about incremental model. What is incremental model? Whenever big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model and also called as iterative model. Whenever big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model and also called as what? Iterative model. What is incremental model such as RAD model, prototype model, spiral model, and agile models are best examples for incremental model. Once again, RAD, prototype, spiral, and as well as what? Agile models are best examples for incremental models. Now, let's discuss about the first one as RAD model in incrementals. Before explaining about the RAD model, one small question, everyone, one small question. I'll open the sample project as a Mercury Travels application. Here in Mercury Travels application, I mean, now just imagination, we are all are working on Mercury Travel application. We need 6 months of time to complete this project as Mercury. How long? 6 months. But client asking within 2 months we have to complete and we have to deliver to the customer. Within 2 months we have to complete the development and we have to deliver to the customer. So my question is, how is it possible? Is it possible? Normally, as per the client requirement, within I mean normally the project requirement 6 months, but as per the client requirement within yes within 2 months only we have to complete that. Within 2 months only we have to complete that. Then project we have to dividing into modules. Project we have to dividing into what? Modules. To develop each and every module, separate team will be there. To develop each and every module separate, team will be there. Normally, only one development team and only one testing team, right? But here, not like that. But here, not like that. Yes, normally one development team and as well as one testing team. Yes, one development team, one testing team. But here, once again, RAD model. RAD stands for Rapid Application Development. See this diagram? In this model, project will be dividing into number of modules. To develop each and every module, separate team will be there. Once again, everyone, RAD stands for Rapid Application. RAD stands for Rapid Application Development. Project will be dividing into number of modules. Normally, one development team, one testing team, right? Here, number of development teams, number of testing teams, all teams start implementation parallelly. Once all implementations are completed, combining all as a one project, we can deliver to customer. So here each and every module consider as a mini projects. Each and every module consider as a mini project. To develop each and every module, separate team will be there. All teams start implementation parallelly. Once all implementations are completed, combining all as a one project delivered to customer. Once again, RAD stands for Rapid Application Development. So due to lack of time or big size projects to complete within short term, in this model, the project will be the project will be dividing into number of modules. To develop each and every module, separate team will be there. All teams start implementation parallelly. Once implementations are completed, combining all modules as a one project, we can deliver to customer. Only development time develop as a modules and separate team, and deliver time we can deliver as a single project. What is the main drawback in this model? Small size project, not yes small size project not possible, because more team, more resources, and it is more expensive model. Yes, everyone, more team and more resources, and it is more expensive model. Try to understand guys up to here. Excuse me. Once again, RAD stands for Rapid Application Development. Whenever big size project to complete within short term, then we can go to RAD model. Here, project will be dividing into number of module. To develop each and every module, separate team will be there. All teams start implementation parallelly. Once all implementations are completed, combining all as a one project and delivered to customer as a what? As a one project and delivered to customer. Got it my point? And disadvantages, it is expensive model because of more team required, more resources required. It is expensive model, not suitable for, yes, not suitable for small size of the projects. Not suitable for what? Small size of the projects. Are you clear? Everyone. Now I want to ask questions. Now I want to ask questions. Give me reply for my questions. Question number one. My project is small size. My project is small size, but I want 100% quality. Which one is better model? Yes, V model. Next, big size project I want to complete within short term. Then big size projects I want to complete within short term. Then yes, very good. Fine. Remaining models tomorrow we can continue. And some people they're asking about the notes. Tomorrow I'll share you the link. Some students they're asking about the notes. Tomorrow I'll share you the link. Okay. Tomorrow I'll share you the link. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we can continue. Tomorrow we can continue remaining models, prototype, spiral, and agile models. And very important. Don't miss the class. It is very important model. Don't miss the class. Okay. Thank you, everyone. You can log off now. We can continue tomorrow, same time, same link. And once again, I'm requesting please share this link to your friends or your colleagues. Uh, Definitely, it will be more helpful for them because yes, it will be more helpful for them because I mean, 100% free classes for 30 days. Don't waste this opportunity. Only this month this training in should provide this opportunity. Please use that. Thank you all. Bye bye. Have a nice day to all. See you tomorrow. Same time, same link. Bye bye.